board for April 16th. Call roll, Mr. Edens.
Here.
Ms. Booth.
Here.
Mr. Jerem.
Here.
Mr. Nezra.
Here.
Mr. Jumper.
Here.
I am here. Ms. Dara, Ms. Gordon, and Mr. Hubbard is absent. Everybody had a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes, a motion to approve.
Mr. Edens, second Ms. Booth. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Modifications to today's agenda.
Yeah, no old business to new businesses modifications. We ran out of yellow ink on this one. Number 5, Harbor Freight, withdrawn by applicant. Number 6, Quality Towing, withdrawn by staff. Second page, number 12, withdrawn by staff. Number 1, withdrawn by staff, going to the building department, building permits, I mean. Number 4, withdrawn by staff. And then third page here, notation number 9 is reduced to conceptual review only. Number 10 withdrawn by staff, so is 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Thank you. You call your item and come up to the podium, sign in, we'll swear you in, and then you can present your item. First up, Grand Strand Pediatrics. Name for the record.
Kindly recommend Seaboard signs.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right. Just taking that bottom cabinet off.
Yes, and we're replacing the top cabinet with a push-through. Trying to give it a more updated look, paint the roof. Just repaint it all. Give it
I
an
think
updated
actually
look.
it looks better.
Yeah.
Much better. It's cleaned it up. Motion to
Yes.
approve.
Motion, Mr. Edens.
Second.
Second, Mr. Jumper. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Moved. Thank you. And Super Alibabas?
Yeah. So replacing the current panel with a flat acrylic and then a 1/4-inch raised acrylic lettering and logo. I'm not sure if in the email it got attached their current logo. It's going to be a little bit darker. That yellow seems a little bit brighter on computer, but it is a little bit of a deeper like mustard. But that is going off of their logo. Again, the red will be more of a deeper red. They wanted to do blue, but we did not. This was too dark. We wanted to shine a little bit.
Is the cabinet still internally lit?
Yes.
And it's 6'9" by how much would you say the panel itself?
The panel itself is only about, I want to say about 36 inches.
I know we
Even
reduced
24,
that
20.
sign a while back, so
Yeah.
height's okay, it's just,
Yeah.
Kind of struggling with their logo. And
I will say I like the acrylic on the flat rather than the embossed a little bit more, but
I think, embossed is getting hard, and
Yeah.
you can get at least a couple of layers of the acrylic versus
yeah.
embossed or, and pan, and they don't, I know we've been big on it, but they don't really show up as you're driving by to read the depth. I think that's gonna help a little bit, so.
I agree.
So what's the Super, the Alibabas, and the hat is the
Raised.
acrylic?
It's the raised.
Let's make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion, Mr. Nezzer, second, Mr. Jumper. All in favor? Opposed?
Aye.
Aye.
Three.
Two of them?
You said, Julie? What were you?
I voted for it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you're good?
All right. Thank you guys.
We are south of Brooklyn Pizzeria. Just a little south of Brooklyn.
Rod Jameson, the sign will.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
About as south of Brooklyn as north of Miami.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Looking at putting a new round sign cabinet internally with the SOB raised and the rest of the vinyl fabric. And then also the window banner.
And you're able to attach that sign how you attach the other. You won't have to do repairs or anything.
It shouldn't, because our other sign was larger than what this one is, so it'll cover the space. the old sign, yeah, we'll be good.
With the window graphics on top.
Are they putting black on the windows?
No.
It's just a picture.
I'm struggling with
They are, the windows are tinted, I think, right?
the, well, just the way they're depicted.
No, I mean,
Menu
you
items,
can see
that's
down there.
the problem with- that's all.
I don't mind the red band, I just don't like the letters. It's, once again, it's kind of a menu board. I think you
It
need the
is.
phone number in the middle, and I
Athletic.
think the door graphics, but, Pizza Hoagie, Sally,
Yes.
I mean,
Needs
that's
to
every
go.
pizzeria.
I mean, it's a menu board. It is.
If you want to leave the red band, you can leave the red band, but I'd get rid of the letters.
What is the building on the sign again?
What's that?
So it's a flat panel with half-inch raised letters, not channel letters on the SOB?
Right.
It's roughly 4 by 4.
Oh, it's 12.5 square feet.
I mean, it is pretty small, but I'm not sure of the letters. I think it would be better with channel letters.
I'm just wondering because we did have recently that Koi and whatever they turned to be, and we, remember what we did with them, whatever Koi turned to be?
Halo
It
illuminated.
was
Oh,
that
yeah.
halo
Yeah.
backlit illumination.
Yeah, right. Or something.
None of the anything there is flat.
Y'all have historically in the last 5 years approved channel letter or at least some form of channel letter.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be more than what they're asking, yeah, in reference to relief.
That was the closest thing to a non-channel letter, channel letter.
Which is the backer with the channel letter on top of it.
Right.
Which I think
makes
that's
sense to
what-
this as well, yeah.
I mean, you could do the SOB out of a channel letter and
Yes.
have it almost backlit halo
It would
to
work.
illuminate the pizzeria in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So I think that sign could be a backer panel with pizzeria, the kind of the red and the Myrtle Beach kind of with the final graphics, but do the SOB out of a channel
Yes.
letter
Yeah, that would work, yes.
and have it as illuminated.
Yes, that would work.
Motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve with the changes of the backlit channel letters, the SOB, the rest of it being flat, correct?
Yep. And to remove all the letters out of the window graphics.
Oh, yes, all the letters out of the window. Now, we're gonna keep the stripes, everyone?
I think the stripe is
Yeah,
fine.
stripe.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think the phone
Stripe-
number could
stripe-
come down on the door instead of being so big up top.
Yeah, why not? I don't know. But, I
You okay
mean,
with that, on the door?
Yeah,
With the
I
phone?
mean, they have delivery services, or they're just trying to get it from the road, right?
Everybody has delivery service in here,
Okay,
So we're just removing the menu items on this motion?
yes, we'll add that to the motion.
And keep the address if we wanted to.
All the menu items, the red band?
Well, yeah, everything.
They can leave the red band, or they can get rid of the red band entirely, but I think you can leave that up to the tenant.
Yeah, that's
If,
true.
if they don't want the red band without the letters, they don't have to put it up.
And if they want to put the phone number below, it's fine.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Jim, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That moves.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Emerge ortho.
How's it going?
Good. Name for the record?
Richard Senatien.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Is this the end cap space in that shopping center? Yeah.
Still Corbin?
Yeah, it was a.
Was
Or
Cormac.
Cormac or
Yeah,
something like
correct.
that?
It was a Cormac. You're exactly right.
Okay.
There's the photo places right here. Vietnamese.
Yep.
Okay,
Over
Yeah,
there.
it's around the corner.
Or Foxbaker.
yeah.
My favorites.
Can't go there anymore.
Really?
And we propose to put raceway channel letters with the lower capsule that lights up.
Motion
No.
to approve.
Second.
One question, the ortho urgent care physical therapy, is that sitting on that kind of bottom piece of steel?
It's got a raceway behind it, but it'd be just.
But
like
that's
a
where
thing.
it's at, it's
Yeah,
not
correct.
hanging down low.
Correct.
Okay.
It doesn't hang below
Okay.
that. Yeah, it would all fit within that.
Okay, all right. Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sunset Mini Mart?
Alrighty, Dennis Falk, ASL Signs.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
That's kind of what we asked for last time. 12-inch letters,
Motion to approve.
not better than what it was. All right, motion, Mr. Edens. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Benezza. Anything else other than that one sign?
Did it?
Okay.
There's only 2 signs in this whole area, but this is just like the one next door,
Yep.
the wings.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good day.
You too. Boardwalk Paradise General Store.
Motion to continue.
Ryan hasn't been here the past couple of times, hasn't he? Sure was.
He was the one.
Does that sound look okay? Someone wanna look at real quick? No?
Oh.
Okay. Can I get a motion to continue that item?
We did, I did.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second Jumper, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. All right. Love Creamery.
Basically just the same thing, just changing it over.
Had sandblasted
It is, HD.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Benazir, second, Mr. Jerem. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Thank you. And you got Quail Inn and Sweets as well?
Is it?
Oh, you got the next 2, next 3, 4.
Yeah, we had raised channel letters here. This would be a cloud. Have you pushed through graphics? Pushed through acrylic.
Do you have a border on that cabinet at all?
Hmm?
Is there a border on that cabinet at all, or is it green all the way to the edge?
It'll be green always to the edge, yeah.
Does the green match the green on the building, or are we
Yeah,
going for a
match it.
different green?
Well, I think we would want to, we can match it away.
You keep it in the family, so.
I'm not sure.
I think
I think it's foresty looking green either.
Too much.
That green, that may have.
What are your thoughts on adding a border and maybe changing the pedestal color to match the border to just kind of make this look like a giant green?
You think about like a black trim?
Black or white and black or white on the bottom, just to kind of frame.
I mean, even the quail is gonna pop with
It's
that
huge,
white,
yeah.
starch white LED behind it.
Yeah.
It is gonna be bright. I mean,
That's really
are the building
Way to
signs on
confine it
the,
away from the
are
background.
the building signs staying?
We have,
Because the logos don't match.
yeah, no, we'll take those down.
The building signs coming
Yeah.
down. Okay.
Yeah.
Both sides, then, I guess.
And we will maybe work on something for the future for that.
Where'd the green come from?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
Well, it was kind of the green there because they were going to change it to blue wave one time before, and you wouldn't let them have a blue sign with green on the building.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
I know that.
it's our fault.
Which would cause this problem.
caused this problem.
Thanks.
It's our fault, that's green.
No, but seriously, your thoughts on adding a border to it, is it
That'd be, you talking about like a black trim around it or something?
black trim or white trim?
Around this edge?
Yes,
I
and
don't,
then,
I'm gonna say you take the whole backer to black. I mean, I think everything's gonna pop more of that, but
I'd be fine with that.
I think that would be good.
that way you're not trying to match
I like
the green.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that green on that building's faded and
Yeah.
the greens are gonna clash. and
That green is too bright.
I have a feeling that building's gonna get painted at some point in the future and that way then that sign kinda, gotta have hope, gotta have hope.
Okay, I make a motion to approve if changing to everything all black. Yeah, base and upper part.
It's gonna be. Okay.
I mean, the other question you got is instead of facelit channel letters or like that, is you could make those as to do them as a halo or put a day-night on it or
Probably do something with that, I should.
on your,
Or halo then.
on your quail,
Behind the quail.
the brown, is that going to be opaque in the evening? Or is that entire thing almost kind of like daylight, you want to light up solid white?
No, so, yeah, no, that would be okay, yes.
It should be okay.
And just out of curiosity, what K LEDs are you using in this?
6,500.
Ooh,
Yeah.
really?
What you want.
Really?
Well, I mean, I can go
That's pretty
with
much every sign these days.
Yeah,
65.
that's that's why I said that white's gonna pop.
Yeah.
And if you put a black sign on top of that, it's gonna be much more stark. But
Saying the contrast is
Yeah,
gonna add to it.
yeah, it's
Make
just,
it work.
Like I said, I don't mind the green, as long as it's broken up from the background.
Well, I'm gonna withdraw my
I could
motion.
live with
Everybody
black for
gets
sure.
their 2 cents. What'd you say, Jeff? I said, maybe until we finish discussion, maybe I'll withdraw my motion.
Okay.
So where are we now? What color is the sign going to be?
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what color the background is, that at night, that quail is gonna be bright.
Yes.
But
Agreed.
unless you make that quail,
Even on daylight, even on day-night, fine, let's do it.
yeah, and unless you make that quail some type of,
you can make that
some
green.
color,
You can make it green.
you could.
I mean,
A green quail?
that's the only thing.
can
I-
reverse the
Does that
color
mean that-
also.
I
You
mean,
can have a black
You
panel
could, you
sign.
could do a white black panel with everything that's pushed through in the quail in
Green.
green.
And that's probably a good idea.
Just,
Halo lit.
Do you have any indication if that would be acceptable to do?
I think it would be, but
Okay.
you could also flip this color around where the white is, make the brown.
The majority of the bird?
Yeah,
And you-
then what's brown would be white.
And you think the green will end up being more similar to the color on the building?
Well, I'm
Possibly.
gonna have to paint it, I'm not sure.
I got you.
I don't
Sure,
think
they'll
that
never
matters
match.
much. I
No,
don't think that matters.
I was just asking a question.
It'll never match.
no, that
Yeah.
match.
Yeah, we'd be fine, going black with it would be fine.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve with a black face, black sun, green quail. Is that it?
Basically inverting.
Yeah.
Basically, what is white now becomes green,
And what is green now?
and what is now
becomes white
green
or
becomes
black.
Well,
white.
that's true. Yeah, it's reversed.
So the cabinet goes white,
I got
the
you.
letters go green,
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Everything else stays.
and everything else stays.
Okay. That's my
All right,
motion.
explain that again.
I know.
Cabinet would go white,
Okay,
Yeah,
can't wait.
this part.
cabinet goes white,
Okay,
Okay.
the quail, inn, and suites would go green.
okay.
And then I think the quail would be fine,
The bird,
the bird,
yes. Okay,
not the quail letters,
yes, got you.
the symbols, yes.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
That's my motion.
What happened to black?
I don't know. We changed our mind.
We're trying to figure a way
I
to
think
tone
we're-
down the letters at 6,500 K.
Yeah.
I was scribbling so
LED.
much on this piece of paper.
I mean, I have a feeling you're probably gonna get about 6 runs of LEDs in those letters too.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
wait.
okay.
You can always call these people.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
They know what's
I'm
going
gonna
on.
get the minutes for this one.
Yeah, Heidi knows what's going on.
That's a motion.
Yes, it is.
The other option is we can continue for a few minutes
No, I
and
like
let
it.
you go make a call.
I like it.
But I think as you're driving down the boulevard, you won't get blinded by the sign.
Blinded by the light.
That's fine.
Okay.
And we do have a glare ordinance, so if you feel like 65 is, and you want to tone it down, you might be proactive and go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Motion done. Do you like the section?
I mean, I kinda like the white letters, it's just the brightness of it. I mean,
You
at
guys
30,
wanna see it?
I think at 3,500 K in there of this nice soft white glow versus 6,500 daylight would be better. And I'm fine with the sign at that. Just, it's gonna look daylight when those letters are on.
Yeah, but the question is, do we want to see it again? I mean, see it with the change.
I don't know, I think every sign that we've seen up until recently, and I think every sign coming forward is always going to be lit with 6,500 or in that range, and I think it's, unless we start implementing this across the board, it's become difficult to implement here.
And that's what the sign industry
I know,
sells for
I
the most part,
understand.
standard.
That's a
I mean,
standard.
you could go instead of 2 runs of LEDs to 1
And I know
run.
this whole move towards halo lights is was hitting a peak recently. I think it's kind of dying out
Well,
because of the maintenance
the weather
issues.
destroys the
Destroys
wires
it.
on these
I
halos.
know that personally, I thought the most durable, lasting solution here was to go black everywhere, day, night on the letters, and leave it high contrast, but I'm open to whatever. So. Actually, I don't mind the green, like I said, I would just frame it.
Would you like to continue this and actually see it? Two different versions?
No, I think I can envision it either way. It's not-
Like I said, my only concern is the brightness of the letters.
Yeah.
I think the design of the sign is generally fine. I just don't want the drivers to be blinded as they're driving down the road.
Because of all the white.
Once again, and maybe that's something that this board we need to look at. It's a little bit different having 6,500 and a channel letter on the wall sign 15, 25, 30 feet in the air. But if we go to these monument signs and they are in that low speed,
It is a difference.
right up against the road, maybe getting the 3,500, 4,000 K range is better because it's a lower toned light.
No. Again, it's a matter of color, not brightness. That's really, it's in how you see it, but it's the same amount of light coming out, and it's the same power, it's just a different temperature of color, just a different color range. A little more yellow, just as bright, I don't think is any better. Yeah. Well, it's weather. I mean, it's exact same amount of lumens and foot candles, just in a different color. I don't know that it's any better to be hit with a yellow light or a white light. It feels brighter, I agree with you, but I don't know that it actually is brighter.
It's not, but once again, I think you walk into a house, it's got a, let's call it 800 lumen can light, and it's at 3,500 versus 5,000 setting.
Yeah, it feels
They
different.
feel
Feels
different.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
a
it
difference,
feels
we did
different.
different.
From a complaint standpoint, the majority of the complaints we run off of on lights don't, like y'all, I agree with you, don't fall into the brightness. It falls into how harsh it is to look at, and the brighter,
Yeah,
cooler white is a harsher light to the eye, to the
Yes,
naked
okay.
eye.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, like I said, I'm fine with the sign if you get kind of that harshness down, and once again,
And if they do
you can always
construct
change
it-
the LEDs out with the entire sign, so I mean, if you do it at 3,500 and they complain about it, and you bring evidence back, and you want to try to change them out to 6,500, it's not the end of the world, but
if they create a glare issue regardless of y'all's
You're gonna have to
approval,
deal with it.
we're gonna have to deal with it anyway, so
Right.
maybe he hears it and
Having
does
heard the
one run.
concerns, what are your thoughts on,
I think it gets solved by putting less LEDs in it. I mean, you're looking at the individual light, like y'all are looking at it like in a home, that's one thing. And you got the can, it's empty, you're gonna put 2 strips of 6,500 or 1 strip of 6,500, it's gonna bring it. Power of it down, you know.
I agree, I have the same concerns with that white, and I think the brightness and the starchiness is gonna be overwhelming personally. I mean, I think I agree, we need to start regulating that a little bit, or thinking about it. Not to say regulate, but, because I know we've done some down the boulevard, and you could probably tell the difference in harshness of it.
Or with black letter, could you do black letter day, night, where it's right at night, black and day, but it's still toned down at night?
Yeah, well, and it's the problem that we're talking about with the quail being the main problem here.
no, the ward quail.
The word.
Yeah, the word quail is
Well,
just big.
I thought we were,
Well,
In
we were going to white background. and-
That motion died, so we're
Okay, so
taking
we're back
another
where we
stab
were.
at it.
All right.
Unless it's something, if you tell us that that's the way you'd like to see it, maybe we'll take another shot at it. But
you hear what we're saying, what can you offer?
We're
I get
counting,
it.
yeah, we're counting on you to help us
yeah.
through.
Well, if we went white background
the
and
concerns.
green letters,
It would help solve that.
and
well, yeah,
and a
so-
black base, maybe.
yeah, I mean, your colors are gonna change, your color, the whole face, the face is green, it's not gonna, regardless of what kind of LED you got in it, I don't think you're gonna tell LED tones
What do we
with a
think?
green face over it.
Anybody has a strong opinion?
Like I said, I'm fine either way. For me personally, I think you either get a color on the letters to help tone down the light, or you tone down the temperature of the light.
If I say take another stab at the same motion, I'll second it this time if that's.
Okay, so we're gonna go to green letters on a white background
I'm fine with that.
and a black base.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll second that motion.
The main cabinet white.
Yeah.
Quail Inn and Suites is black.
Yep.
The quail bird image
Stays
is
as
fine.
is.
Yeah,
And then a black bottom
bottom, yes,
with white address letters.
yes,
Okay.
that's good.
Good with that, Mr. Menazza?
Yes, sir.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Chairman's opposed.
You understand that now?
Darius does.
Okay, good. We'll
Live stream.
Derek, you understand?
There we
Sure
go.
you do.
Get the live stream.
It's not as complicated.
It's not.
I'm just,
All right, Coast Jiu-Jitsu.
jujitsu. That's it. We got two pieces there, right? Yes, there we go. Channel letter, cloud. 20-inch
This is the old
letters.
Food Line Center.
Correct.
Third Avenue, correct?
Yeah.
Not too many times.
Or way
This
old.
is the perfect example of the likeness of that white in those
Yeah,
letters.
because those letters are good.
I mean, even the Chinese next door, it pops.
Yeah.
When you drive by there.
It's red, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Don't you think those letters are too big and white?
it sets back, so I
Well,
mean,
it
I'm
doesn't,
not.
well, that is true, it doesn't.
went there runs over 100 feet.
That's,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a difficult shopping center to.
Yeah,
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 we
so
wanna do
so
it.
let them have it, yeah.
building alone's probably another 60 to 75.
Yeah, so it probably needs that.
Yeah, I mean, you're 3,500 feet from the road.
Yeah, okay, motion to approve.
Second.
All right, motion, Mr. Edens, second, Ms. Booth, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. All right, Saray Bakery and,
Your contract.
how do you say that last word? Please?
Your voting member on
Huh?
quorum wise.
Okay, sorry.
I got a vote?
Yep.
Mr. Menazza
Yeah,
is
come on,
recusing
work.
himself for
Work
items,
it.
sign items 13 and 14. And he will also be recusing himself for buildings 1 and 3, contractor, owner / developer. All right.
Tell them what kind of sign that is.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, it's
Flat
acrylic.
vinyl?
Yeah, like vinyl acrylic face.
it's flat vinyl.
Yeah.
Really?
And we could-
Well, I think I like the sign, and just, but flat vinyl is not gonna work.
Yeah, I mean, we could easily, raise these letters out, but like we've been doing a half inch. I mean, to me, I don't
Right.
really see how it looks any different from the road, but again, if that makes you happy.
That is,
Through my channels, there's a lot of freestanding signs that get left, but
yeah.
once again, I think if you got the option to get depth, the channel letters are fine. Embossed, half inch. I do like the acrylic push through, because, I mean, those letters light up differently
Oh,
than
yeah.
just kind of the flat.
We could do black aluminum push through.
I think that
Oh,
would
that would
be
be
good.
good, yeah, that one, that way would be
It'd be
good.
fine.
I like the black letters with the white better than the white.
You did?
So there we would go raised acrylic letters on just a white background.
Either way, I'm good.
I think I'm fine either way. I think having the push through acrylic is probably better than and the attached acrylic, because in that cabinet, the entire cabinet's gonna shine white instead of just the
And
letters.
if you've been there, this place kind of comes across as very high-end, and I think the black kind of suits it better. So
Yeah, I
that's
do.
just my opinion.
I do aluminum with the push through acrylic.
Yeah, we push you through.
Make the motion.
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. All right. And lineage.
HDU, pin mounted. We're gonna push it, flat to the wall, we're gonna get birds, bugs and everything behind it.
Oh, okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Jerem, second, Mr. Edens. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So moved. Thank you. Parkway Plaza. Name for the record.
Tom Miller.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Got a question for you.
Yeah.
And this is just, I noticed it as I drive by there, back and forth to Broadway. I thought when you presented that, the mortar joints on that building were supposed to be the messy.
No, we
stuck-out
got
joints.
approval for the regular one because of the water intrusion implication of it. No, so we definitely covered that base. It was definitely approved as a
That's fine. I just,
as a concave joint.
Yeah, because I remember.
it does change the look of that brick, that's why I was asking.
It does, but the brick has a nice blend to it, and I think it's really sitting itself well in the corner. What I'm here for is the accent lighting that we went through with that we walked through with the owner. Remember, this is like a 27,000 square foot building. We do have a fair amount of lights, but I will tell you, if you look at the chart, I think they're all 1,300 lumens, which is the equivalent of a 100-watt light. And there, you can see there was a 3,000 K. I thought these were both 41 K, but they're at that much lower light level than what you were talking about just recently with the, yeah, so you can go 1,300. That's right, 41 K. Yeah, so basically, it's probably not going to illuminate quite as much as this rendering.
Motion, Mr. Graham, second, Mr. Edens, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So moved. All right, stone warehouse.
Thank you.
Back out.
I think we have, let's use,
Yeah.
get up. Get your steps in.
Yeah.
Real. So this project, I think everybody's familiar just geographically because it's within a stone's throw part of our building right here. It's been basically abandoned and has been in sort of a state of decline over many years. The city is doing a lot of improvements. This is the Sandy Cooper substation. There's a retention pond that's in place here. There's another one that's going to go in place that basically cuts off access from Jackson Street. So our entrance into this place is here. The scope of our work is to do parking and basically to take what was a really nice bowstring shape to that, but that structure is of no benefit anymore. But we are trying to keep the skin, which is a brick skin, around here, and they'll come in and put a pre-engineered metal building frame and walls in it. It's just it will get to, this is actually what the existing one does without the accent stripe. I mean, we'll come in here and get this stripe in here, but it's a block wall with the metal roof, and then we'll continue that look, again, with our colors, although this will be the brick of the existing building. And we'll come in here and we'll accent that color and match the panels on our metal building to match the rest. So yeah, I got sort of two rendered views of what that looks like. We're going to pave the staff parking and the customer visitor parking, but the rest will be that no dust gravel. Exactly. So here's our entrance off of is it 9th Street? Yeah, 9th Street. And this is the area that we'll do in the stone. This is the area of asphalt right in here. And then we have a landscape plan. Should be a landscape plan in there. I'm sorry, you looking at something else?
I just asked the question, how's that building sitting in the setback?
It is. Well, that was it.
Existing?
The condition, yeah, it's a pre-existing. What our marching orders were, look, we had a scheme to remove that whole section and build a new, but we wouldn't allow it because of the setbacks. That's why we have to retain that existing perimeter on the existing one. Yeah. So this is not new, but this is the area of the concentrated improvement. Okay.
And you say that the new part is block and the existing old is brick.
Yeah, it's
And
because
similar-
those materials are already there,
and
so we
similar
can't take the
color.
brick away, but yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
paint it. It
You're
won't be
gonna paint-
natural,
okay.
we're going to paint
I
it
got
the
it.
color that we gave you,
Okay.
plus the accent. This is the 6th Ave side, but it's just right there and close. And we'll come in and put the vehicle
Close to 84 lumber, right across the
parking.
street.
Not quite.
No,
Or is that right
it's
down
still a
the
little bit over
Okay.
here. But we got a little more concentrated landscaping around the general parking and entrance into that, than basically our perimeter landscaping for vehicle use areas, you know, whenever, was it a tree every 50 feet? And
Yeah.
but we've mixed up the varieties. In other words, it's not
You
just,
did.
it's just not a run of Pittsburgh or a run of
Yeah, thank you.
Orlando. It's
Yeah.
kind of a rhythm mix.
It works with the building.
Yeah, you saw. Yeah, so we'll wind up painting that. I mean, we'll take this little crown top and the bowstring will go away, and then what we'll do is,
So you retain
Is
this
it-
part, right? That's the original.
that's right, but we'll come in and paint and we'll do the accents, right? We'll clean it up.
Motion.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Jerem, second, Mr. Edens, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt.
One more time? All right, second.
Put it on me, Sharon. Apparently they wanted to add an addition, just to extend that roof line, same look, same everything, extended the roof line. They are 5 feet 6 inches from the property line. So we did this last year.
So they're basically enclosing the patio?
They adding that section to the building to have a patio in there.
So it's in the setback.
Yes.
No, it's
They
just
are
how it's set.
5.6.
Just right on the,
They are 5.4.
Oh, okay.
But they maintain the roof line, roof color?
Roof
just-
color, everything the
Okay.
same. The only thing is just the addition.
I see.
I assume y'all caught this.
The building department did. So, Rami, for the board's sake, they're looking at a stock work order picture. Can you explain how you're gonna finish it out for them? Because they're just seeing what we stopped you at and we didn't get any
They're gonna
images.
finish it the same, gonna be the same stone around the columns, same everything as the building. Same colors,
Color.
same roof. So
No
everything.
railings or
no-
anything
no
like that?
railings.
So those columns that
They're
you're
gonna,
seeing
no,
are
I'm
gonna
sorry,
be
it's gonna
stacked?
be a black railing
Oh,
in
you
there
do?
for the safety of the
I was gonna
customers.
say, because it's higher off the ground. than-
Exactly,
Yeah.
for
So
the
it's
safety
gonna
of the
be
customer.
what we see with the railings and the columns.
With the black
Stone
railing,
columns.
Okay.
Essentially.
Anything else?
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, but that picture shows that it's extending out further, that's why I'm asking.
Steve, that-
But that's the
The
existing
5'4"?
right now.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
what they're saying is that's how far you are off the property.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
They're
So you
showing
have a
5'4" to the
5'4".
okay,
property.
that's good.
So they're at their limit of
Yeah,
extension.
I was about to say all that landscaping.
So they're gonna clean up this area.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right.
And they did a good job with the whole building before, so.
All right. Motion, Mr. Edens, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Jerem, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I'll give it back to you again.
All right. Is
I'm
this
gonna
A,
wait.
one more time, one more?
I'll get it next
I
time.
and I.
I promise.
Just stay out there for a while.
I and I. Name for the record?
Mike Vanezra.
You swear to tell the truth, oh, you too?
Victoria Matter.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
I think we've seen this project already before. The beach house, we have a few changes. The front railing, we're glass, and we're gonna go with aluminum horizontal, black aluminum horizontal. That's one of the changes that we have. And then the second change is in the back. We initially had the stairs coming down right off the back with a fire pit. That's the front. Yep, right there, and some issues with the breakaway panels and whatnot. It's not really working on the best form for us, so we're changing the whole design to, next picture, yeah, there you go, right there. So it'll, pretty much be a paved walkway with a fire pit in the backyard and a little small putting green and pickleball court. So that's the plan as of now.
Is that also a basketball court?
Yes, it is. Is it? So it's a basketball court.
And I remember we've seen this several times. The landscape plan for this, it's obviously gonna change, or?
Probably not much.
Yeah, probably not much.
Not
I think
much,
we're
okay.
sticking with the
Probably not
existing
much.
one that we've had since
Okay.
the original
I think if
approval.
we have any changes, we'll probably bring it for
Okay.
sure, because
Yeah,
we
thanks.
also we'll have to come back for the continuance of the paved walkway into the dunes.
Oh, you're gonna have a crossover? You have a
Correct.
permit for that?
Correct, so we'll do
Okay.
that for sure. That's gonna be in a later part of this
Okay,
project.
that sounds good.
That's sort of where we are.
Unless there's
Motion
has
to-
rails on that front.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are steering away from it, man. Everybody's, it's a lot of cleaning, a lot of,
Yeah.
Insurance nightmare too.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
people are kind of steering away from it. It's beautiful, but it's not.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Edens, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys.
We're checking the door next.
Pretty loud.
You know your people's places.
Fifth third?
Third,
Fifth third.
Uh,
Names for the record?
Tim Loken.
Brett Neville?
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Kick a bank out to get a bank in?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
right.
So I
Yeah.
mean, this is our third time being up here for this particular project.
So a couple things to note, along Kings Highway, we've expanded the planting. It's a very narrow strip there. Our landscape architect has worked with the city on the required trees and materials, and so they've worked through that. And then the existing drive-through was 4, very narrow, and we've eliminated 1, and so now we have 3 wide, 10-foot.
10 foot, and that was discussed in the first CAB meeting.
Here you see the elevations. Last time we were here, we talked about the accent colors and so basically, painting the building is the existing ethos. What's going on there is still ethos. It's just all painted with some various accent colors.
Oh, man, can I look at this?
So
map just
landscape
again? I didn't
meet-
look at
meet-
this, but I wanted to see it.
The landscape meets and exceeds what's required by code. We're doing a lot more inside, bring it up, a lot more foundation, a lot more understory trees and stuff like that. And then, of course, the site's surrounded by a lot of trees, because the site's been here for a while.
Oh, and I don't know if it's worth bringing up, the existing signage is very tall, so that's being brought down, and the sign vendor will be doing
We're doing 8-foot monument sign per your request, first hearing.
Apparently the signage has not been submitted.
It hasn't
No,
been
it hasn't been
submitted,
submitted, but
but
the
it's
plan
gonna
is-
be.
okay.
It's by separate permit, we don't do it.
Okay.
So
Oh, I get it.
the
The
site
plan
plan as
for
are
it.
reviewed and approved by the city states on the demo plan for the ID sign to be removed and a new 8-foot monument to be installed.
Okay.
Just don't install none until you come back.
That's right, that's right.
Or don't even build it,
That's right.
just in case.
And we've let the vendors know that, yeah, they'll be coming in.
Motion to approve.
Motion, Mr. Edens,
Second.
second, Mr. Jerem, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
appreciate it.
No, thank you. Holiday Inn Club Vacation Phase 2,
Correct.
back again.
Back again.
Name for the record.
James Baldwin.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do. So,
Anything change?
as nothing has changed, the owners have wanted to hold off until at least after summertime to get started, and our approval expires today, so they've asked that we come and get it reapproved.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Jerem, second, Mr. Booth. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Make sure you tell them we gave you a very hard time
Yes,
and earned
yeah.
that fee.
I'll let
Absolutely.
them know. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hunt Cabana. Name for the record.
My name is Glenn Allen, representing Anderson Associates Architects.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
have a simple cabana, 200 square feet to include the conditioned area and the little deck area outside the main glass doors. Simple 6-foot natural wood stair to lead us down to the dunes crossover. Dunes crossover will be 2 feet above adjacent grade. For those requirements, but going with standard hardy board, standard gray metal roof. All wood louvers will be natural wood, and then just bright white trim and railing and simple landscape plan.
That dash line on that elevation, is that your AC unit?
Yes, yeah. Well, it'd be a split, mini split. Yeah, yeah.
Are you screening around that, or is it going to be exposed there?
Probably should be exposed there. Just a simple outdoor portion of that unit. It feeds right to that
Can
wall.
you possibly louver it or something, just to let it breathe?
We put louvers
Still
on
let
it.
it, still let it breathe, it's kind
Would
of.
that impact them with their setbacks there? That looks like they're right there, kind of at it, based on that site plan, I thought.
Normally we allow your utilities to go, I mean, your mechanicals to go in setbacks, so we could work, we'll work with it.
Kind of get a little louver around it. So it's the same building color?
Yeah, we'll do the same building color, same white trim.
Okay.
All right, that'd be my motion. Add that to everything else.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, we'll work with it.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Vanessa. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Cottages at 6th.
Good afternoon,
Record?
Nick Peters.
Tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Got a decent sized plant material here.
Brian.
Ramp it up.
Yeah, you got proposing 3 new structures, residential structures on 405 6th Avenue North. 9 parking spaces, landscape.
Are a lot of those live oaks along the side being saved?
That's correct.
Okay.
Just white and black for all 3.
Yep. Gonna go with the modern look here.
This lot is pretty tucked away right now, anyway. Very tucked away.
It's similar to the units that were recently constructed on 11th Avenue.
Nick, what was,
And up to
Two
back
back.
here, one up here. Go back one more. Or go forward one.
Nick, what's the material on the bottom of the, where it's showing black, some kind of louvers or something?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
little bit.
Okay.
Flood zone?
Oh, yeah, I see them.
That's the example product, right, Nick?
That's correct.
Yeah,
So you
okay.
see, that's your stairwell enclosure, right?
Yes.
So, I don't know if that's, is that louver?
It's set back a little further than that, the stairs.
That's
That's the parking underneath.
Go back one more. I'll go to the elevation. What's it say up there in that front elevation? Flood blowout vents? Not flood zone, why do you need flood blowout vents?
We could bring those to the ground, or maybe we could take those away if you'd like, but
Were they just carried over from maybe
Another
another project?
that's correct.
Yeah.
Kind of figured. Okay.
Thank you. Jeff?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna look quick again, because I did see this the other, let's see. Nick, what kind of gym, are you horizontal, okay.
It's for that parking out in that creepy
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Okay. Yes, motion to approve.
Second.
First, Mr. Eden, second, Mr. Jerem, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Thank you. Next one's conceptual, Dutch Brothers.
for the board while the applicants come up here. This is actually going to be two separate projects, but because they're on one parcel, is why we're having them together. But there is two separate buildings, shared parking, shared driveway access. So that's kind of why conceptually we're going to let y'all review it. When we go to the final, we'll have them actually separate items, but we'll still keep them together.
Which parcel is this one?
Next to Harbor Freight.
Yeah, Harbor Freight's
Okay.
here, yep, hotel back here.
Name for the record?
Zoe Conrad?
And Stephen Knutson?
And y'all swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
We'll start with coffee or the urgent care? Coffee. Coffee first, all right. Is this mainly drive-through?
Yes, it does have a walk-up component to it, but majority drive-through.
Is that a lighted windmill for their sign that they'd be proposing on that?
Yes, that's what they're showing right now. We don't have the full sign, it's just part of the submittal. It's going to be reviewed as a separate submittal, but it's there for concept.
And just out of curiosity, what signs they're showing, does it kind of meet code? Or are we gonna have kind of big blank spaces of walls?
You're gonna have
so
big
we
blank
can't get 'em?
spaces, like this is a drive-through side, so facing from 501, that'll be to the left side, probably won't have signage there. Rear, probably won't have it there, you'll have it here. Now, if they elect not to go with a freestanding sign, they might have it on this side of the building. But if they do go with a freestanding sign, your current code, you'll only have that as an available option.
What's the height of that building?
It is 24 feet.
And where are all your units on the roof?
Actually,
Yes.
Or, oh,
what is that screen area for?
yeah,
Sound clean.
They're rooftop, but there's a parapet that's covering them.
so it will totally
It will
cover.
be screened, yes.
And you see the dotted line, that's what they're
Yeah.
indicating.
Oh, okay, I see. Wow, yeah. On the other,
So what's that screen area in the back for?
yeah, the little louvered area.
Trash, flash?
There's a dumpster on the
They
side.
done got dumpster.
Corral,
Well, they can still have
it's a corral enclosure.
temporary trash containers,
I got you.
Just
linens, whatever.
one of those utility areas.
Correct.
Okay.
God, we have the bike rack.
Yeah, we expect it. And then here's your urgent care.
I mean, I think the architecture of the building kind of fits with everything else that's going there between the hotel and the Harbor Freight. My only concern is just the blankness of the wall, but I guess you kind of got that on the Harbor Freight building as well, so.
Harbor Freight does a decent job with the textures. And again, it's a massive building, so you expect to see that these boxes that are popping up everywhere, just getting really boring to look at.
I do see they have some cut marks in the,
Prefab boxes coming through.
yeah.
Well, this is conceptual only, so I guess our feedback can be is check the sign allowance. And if you're not allowed to have those signs, try to figure some way to break those
Yeah,
expanses of wall apart.
yeah, that would work.
I think what would really help you is to find a better way to render these buildings than just these 2D, especially on the urgent care portion. It makes it look even more flat, even more blank, the fact that it's not rendered in any kind of way. But can we go back to that architecture?
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
I think the other thing, gentleman, Mr. Langdale, you know, have a pedestrian gate going into the trash enclosure there.
Yeah,
Not the other one, the back one. Your sidewalk kind of just ends and dies there. I'm not quite sure how those gates work with two dumpsters when you don't have a second gate for the other side.
that's really, weird.
We can go left.
I just wonder what that's there for then.
But for the board's help, when you do come back for a final, they do like to review the dumpster enclosure, the appearance of it, so render that for them.
It needs to kind of match the design of the building.
Right, same materials.
And just as an FYI, when you're going to do a concrete block wall and all, the city is now requiring turn down footings and rebar turns up in them. We don't need to see that, but it's caught a couple people around town. Some little stuff.
Site plan works. I mean, there's no.
They have plenty of,
to do with it.
yeah. Plenty of room for waiting.
Can you go back to the urgent care?
Yeah, I'm really worried about the intent of the walls there. I mean, there's some, it's pretty vanilla. It's very vanilla. There's some angulation and some implication of angulation, but these lines right here could absolutely be just plain simple relief, and you won't even see it. It'll just look like a white wall.
I think you could
With unevenly
use
spaced
this, once again, I can't really complain about vanilla with the Heartland Dental, but having the water table and the horizontal lab and then something else.
Great job, to be
You
honest
got
with you.
3 there, I mean,
Right.
it's a very vanilla box, but
It
it's
is.
broken up as it
It
goes
is.
up.
It is, but it's also not done in this architectural styling. It still reserves some of that low country look, so it fits very, very appropriately into that semi-residential area. This is high traffic 501 industrial look, and I understand the desire to go a little more.
I almost, what's that AL1? Is that an aluminum kind of panel up there?
Metal paneling.
Man, that could almost be taken almost across the top.
See, I like the texture of the aluminum panel. And plus I like on the other elevation where the colors are different, the different colors, that of course does break it up, but I think
Behind shutters here.
the aluminum is a nice texture.
Because they got probably equipment and patient rooms there that you don't want to look into, but
Bow behind the shutter.
is that the front elevation that we're looking at there, or is that the side?
That's the side elevation.
So
That faces
that's-
the parking lot, right, sir?
Yes, it does. yes.
Which
so
is
you-
all you'll see.
The front
coming
is
out
technically
501
facing the rear.
westbound.
Yeah,
That's the,
so I
That's
think,
what you see coming
I
out.
think you gotta do
That's where
something in
it's
those
either.
EFS sections underneath those windows. Once again, I think if you don't want the windows there, I think you still need to take the window down and just spandrel that glass so you can't see in. So you still got that glazing in that hole.
For the board sake, can y'all verify, is this the elevation you would see from Highway 501?
Yes, that's the south facing out.
and again, you have the opportunity above to change
I
that.
thought that was the dumpster facing side. That's the
No, right.
501 side?
That's the 501 side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this needs dressed up a little.
Yeah.
Dumpster side?
Visually, it's backwards, right? So we care about
Yeah.
the main corridor 501 where people see traveling down, and they're gonna see that side, and they're gonna see the side facing the parking lot more so than anything else.
So color
those are
and,
the sides that
color
need
and
to be
texture on that front
highly
side.
invested in some.
So is that north facing closer to what you're looking for with a little bit more
Yes,
broken
yeah,
up?
yes, better,
If
yeah.
that was the 501 side, that would
Yeah.
have been very appropriate.
Yes.
What they're showing here is north,
I got you.
south, west.
Okay, yeah.
And I think you could take some of those same textures, once again, if that aluminum panel from your north elevation kind of gets pulled back, that center section on the south, to help break that wall up, it could be something that, I think you can use that aluminum panel very successfully
Yeah.
around that building.
I like that one, it's really nice.
There's no issues with the colors or materials, just showing you breaking it up more.
Yeah, it's
The
just
general
a
look.
Colors are
big,
good.
white, bland box
Yeah.
that
Pull that
you
rating
need.
down.
Yeah, I mean,
And you pull that across, yeah.
Actually, that's an awning.
That's an awning.
Oh, it's an awning, okay. Oh, yeah, there you go.
but you could take it and have a painted band all the way across there to match that. There's a little stripe going through there, but
You can try it and see if you can break it up. Might be a nice
I
graphic.
said those dark black lines are probably just relief lines, meaning you'll never even see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks good in pictures, though, right? The drawing, I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. They're
Like-
exaggerating.
like those, that EFS 2, once again, side elevation, if something happens to that lot next to it, then that could be spandrel glass instead of EFS there. Or some type of shutter design in there or something, not just a blank EFS wall.
Yeah.
So pedestrian entry, or man
On
door
the
on the dumpster enclosure for the one in the rear on the doctor's side. address the walls on the, doctor's care, or whatever it is, the dental, or doctor's office.
Urgent care.
Urgent care, thank you. And then, in regard to the Dutch boys, you need to double check your signage package, so if you can't get all that signage or don't like that signage, you can do something with those walls. Help break that up a little bit.
And your landscape plan was good. Thank you.
Questions? Comments? Concerns?
Sounds good.
Grievances?
Appreciate the feedback.
Grievances. You can leave that part out.
We'll wait till the next meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Context on this one.
Church Street?
Yeah, this property has to be annexed into the city. They're going through that process now. There is a back parcel here that is not, but they do have an access easement that's gonna come off the church to connect this property. This will be city, this will be county with a driveway access easement. You'll see it here.
Still under oath.
Yep.
I do.
I have.
It's an approximately 10,000 square foot office building along 17 with a driveway easement off of Church Street to get into the building here. It was actually annexed on the 7th of April, so we did get that process completed. As of right now, it's just one office with some shell opportunities.
Am I correct in my math that those are gonna be 27-foot wide bays?
Right, but with an option to remove that interior wall.
Clear span.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
The
it's like a
mising
span.
walls. 62-foot long trusses.
That's a long span.
Looks like a nursing home.
It does.
It's-
I don't want to go.
This one gave me, I'll be honest with you, Nick, this one gave me a lot of pause, and I had to think about it quite a bit when I was looking at it, because it's, not much has been developed in that area of the bypass. We had some stuff north of Plantation Point, right between 38 and 48, nothing really between 38 and 29, but this is so
It's
boring.
And that roof.
It's such a
It
wasted
is squatty.
opportunity.
It is like this squish.
It's such a wasted opportunity to finally do something in an area that hasn't been developed in so long, and to kind of set the benchmark and the tone for any future updates on the other buildings. I mean, Brandon's a good-looking building still. The Greek church is kind of an icon.
And
That
it's
building looks
9-1
great.
to the eve.
Yeah, I mean, it's so wrong.
I mean,
And you have the elevation change between the bypass and that lot. I mean, you know that's not gonna come up much.
Yeah, that's kind of like in a hole.
So you're gonna be staring at a roof the entire time you're driving by there.
And there's a lot of roof.
Yeah, that was my initial thought when I saw the architecture of the building. Because it is a great opportunity with the visibility along 17.
Yeah. And I'm almost saying the lot's squared, at least turn around so we have to stare at less of the building.
yeah, I'd almost put the
Yeah.
parking behind the building.
That's a good idea.
But
If you're
I
going,
really think it's just a wasted opportunity. I'm not sure how far into design this project is and how willing the developer would be to consider something else, but I really wish this was just scratched and started over with a different mentality, honestly.
yeah, I don't know what to say to, thank you.
In all 48, I mean, there's a couple of buildings that's come like this in front of us, and we've asked that to be
Yeah.
broken down, and that was on not less visible area versus
This
this.
is so visible.
Yeah, this is right there.
And you know, and every time Captain Georges comes in for a new sign, or a new update, I mean, we hold them to such high standards, it's literally half a block away.
Well, I think the challenge for me is you think about the office buildings that are in the area.
Right.
And if I'm going to lease an office building,
I'm not going there.
this is gonna be the bottom of the barrel
Yes.
for what I'm gonna be looking
Not
for.
okay what the
Once again,
rate
if you're at 9-1 to the eve, you're gonna have 8-foot ceilings in an
Do
office.
you happen to know the elevation change between the lot and the bypass there? I mean, there's gotta be a
not
3-4
3,
foot
4
drop.
foot.
Yeah,
Gotta
it
be
is,
at
it is,
least.
yes, it does.
Drops down.
Go back to the site plan real quick too. Yeah, it's a 3-foot drop.
I mean,
You're
Sits on the top
staring
of
at
that
nothing but roof the entire time.
I mean, it'd be nice to get some height variation as well, instead of just,
And I'll be honest with you, practical approach to clear spanning 62 feet,
Yeah.
you know, single slope it with some, whatever, I'm not even gonna tell you how to do it.
Well,
I'm saying, like, go up high from the front, single slope it to the back, get some visibility
Something.
out there. And you're really not sacrificing much in terms of cost. I mean, this
Is there a reason to double load on doors? As opposed to pushing the building to the back of the lot and having all the parking on the 17 side?
That's 3 rules of parking, you wanna turn that to 2?
I mean, you could still have the 3, you just have one strip down the middle and like a CVS typically does, where you got 2 perimeters and 1 single in the middle. But once again, that kind of pushes that building back. The only thing I can then say is that building's a little bit more in line with the church right next door from a kind of a height and
It is.
appearance standpoint, but
The church
That's
is
the point,
further
the
back.
church and the vet office are 40, 50-year-old buildings.
Yeah.
That should not be,
Yeah, they've been
Shouldn't be
there
the
as long as
standard.
I've
should
been here.
not be the standard. Exactly.
Nick, is that a stormwater retention?
That's correct.
And that's to get it away from the parcel that's still in the county? So you still have not a lot of room on the front to work with because you pushed it back because of the retention?
That's correct.
yeah, but if you push the building back and get all that parking, I just saved you probably $70,000 in stormwater pipe.
Yes.
That you can put into
Spend
the
that on the
building.
building. Please do it. Yeah.
No, I agree with what you guys are saying.
But, I mean, I know 62 foot's kind of right there at the cusp of requiring that secondary exit, but once again, I mean, you could still have the sidewalk and the rear door coming out from an emergency egress standpoint to kind of meet your egress requirements if that's there, but,
If it's truly office space, then yeah.
once again, you kind of get in, at that width, you get into that little bit of your second means of egress or your common path of travel, depending on how the officers are laid out. So I think you need the door, but it can still be accommodated with just the sidewalk across the back. And like right here, where's the AC units going in this plan?
I've seen it before. Well, on the ends, I guess. That won't work.
How would that
That'd be between the doors.
Yeah, not
In-
that long.
In between the doors, I guess.
At least you could have that mechanical on the back then. But, I mean, I think to that eve, I wouldn't do that eve any less than 12 foot if you're gonna stay at single story.
Yeah, it has to have more, it has to have more height.
Yes,
But-
and most commercial buildings, whether they're shopping centers, whether they're stores, whether they're offices, even at single story, tend to push the 30-foot mark on most occasions. I mean, it's really unnecessary to go, even residential doesn't go to 9 foot anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what we're following up here. I think it is taking sort of the approach of what's next door to the vet office and the church, but it's really an antiquated benchmark.
If they wanted to go to, if they're going for a building, do they want to get a very, to get low priced office space? I guess, but again, like if the bypass, you can't do this on the bypass. If you want to hide it about somewhere else, that's fine, but you can't go here.
I mean, and kind of that little bit of hip dormer style is, there's not enough relief there to, it breaks it up a little bit, but I mean, it's still just angle on top of angle
Yes.
on those 2 ends.
It has very little architectural significance, bottom line.
And maybe a 3D type rendering would make that look a little bit better.
I'll tell you, it'll work.
On both recent projects taking place on the bypass that we looked at, the one at the marina and the brewery that was going there, and the Raising Cane's that was taking place over there, we asked for perspective from a vehicle perspective traveling down the bypass. I think this is a must for here, and again, I think the perspective we're gonna get is just gonna destroy anything that you can do
Well,
with this kind of a building.
I think
Yeah.
bottom line is, and no disrespect, Nick, to your client, is we need a plan B,
yeah, I agree.
you know?
But on the other
other side, I love seeing the fact that something is happening over there,
Well,
because it's
sure,
been
yeah.
open for way too long,
Yeah.
and that area of town is underutilized for what it is. So, if we can come up with something slightly better, I think everybody will be really happy to support this project.
I agree with that. Take those comments back to the client, the architect, and see what we can chop up.
Your landscape plan was good, Nick, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well, we gotta look at it, there you go.
But it was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's-
Look at that.
Yep. But I think,
Yeah, for me, I'd still push that building back and have all the parking.
It's
to
not a bad
17.
idea just to get rid of the water situation, it's a great approach.
I
really.
mean, you could do a little bit of a pipe manifold. I mean, I kind of understand that if you got a user coming in that wanted that square footage to be able to have one continuous space like that as
Yeah.
opposed to dealing with an L.
Box is practical, I don't have a problem.
and having it all on one floor for ease of accessibility, I get it, but.
That doesn't mean you gotta limit the height to 9 foot. I mean, when the roof line is double the height of, or 50% taller than the wall, the proportions are just off. I mean, you're 23 and so
You're 14 feet.
14
9
feet,
feet,
yeah.
A lot of room.
It's a lot of room.
Let's put another story on there and see if it looks proportional.
All right, fair enough. Appreciate your feedback.
Yes, sir, thank you
I
for
love
your
to
time.
manufacturing 62-foot spanning trusses.
It is the absolute max you can get on a truck.
I was gonna say, yes, how do they get it there?
It is the max you can put on a truck. It's still a two-part
Two-piece.
truss,
Yeah,
but,
yeah, it's a two-piece for sure.
Yeah,
but
wow.
it's the max length you can get on a truck. The cords in it are outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean, but
So anything else, Nick?
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thanks for feedback, guys.
That's huge.
have anything for us?
The only one we had on Wade is that sign from Ron that he never showed back up. I would love to look at it and talk about it, but
We can do it.
do we want to do that?
You can make a motion without any representation.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
The code says you can make a motion based off the information.
Let's take a look at it, please.
It's interesting.
The question is, do we have enough information? Because I was really looking for the current signage sizes, and that's what I couldn't find. So this one looks almost
I can tell you,
close enough.
looking at
This
this,
one is the one that I'm worried about, 12 foot long. How much is the current? How wide is the current one?
Well, it looked like it would be close.
There's no way that's 12 foot.
No, but look how
I'm pretty
much.
sure this is more dimensional too.
Yeah.
Even on the other side, I think that's still way too big.
my concern is how much
Yeah.
dimension is actually gonna be in this one.
Yeah.
I think this is trying to be like that tsunami
Yep.
Yeah.
with, is the tiki head gonna be projecting out?
Right.
It's just,
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's got a lot going on in it, but I think it could be really cool.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's also got a lot of potential to go bad really quick too.
Yes, and he does good signs, but I think we probably do need to have some explanation about the undulation of in and out and all that.
And then
You think
once
you can
again,
figure
your
out
blade
what size
sign,
that blade sign is currently? Or at least some?
try.
Well, it's a couple feet, the arms that are bringing it out from the building, right?
Like I said, this one I really don't like because the location in it, it's fine, just go crazy. This one.
But I mean, the existing has the arms.
Hey,
This one still has an arm, I can't really tell.
I bet you that's 10
It's
feet
covering
from
the
the wall
arm.
to the outside.
Oh, no, the arm is still there.
Is it?
The double arm is
Yeah,
still there. Just below.
okay.
That's not exact, but that'd be
10
close.
feet.
10 feet?
That's from the building or from the?
It's hard to say on.
So it's spanning the entire sidewalk.
Okay, all right, so you got an 8-foot door.
Yeah.
If you turn
Yeah,
that,
it's about 8 foot
it's
sign,
gonna
2
be,
foot.
the sign's gonna be about 8, and you got 2 feet for the post, so that's about 10 feet. That's
So
about right.
on the proposed one, we have a measurement of 12 foot
12 feet.
from where? building?
I think it's the
Beginning of this?
cabinet, so you don't
Cabinet edge.
count.
So that cabinet is
sections.
4 foot wider than
It's
original.
coming 4 foot
That's
further
big.
out.
So I'll make a motion to deny just based on the size right there. And then if we can make some notes to reach Ronald, said that the size of it needs to be a lot closer, if not the same size as what's currently there. And the dimensionality needs to be explained and very well thought out to not overwhelm the pedestrian area.
But the height's not bad, it's just width.
60485.
Second.
Second, Mr. Edens, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Anything else from staff?
Not from staff.
Anything else from the board?
Could we, based on us looking at Harbor Freight, make some recommendations before they come back with what they have? I know it's withdrawn, but is that something that we could talk about? Or
Yeah, I
not?
mean, I'll be glad to pass on. The problem, reason why we drew it is the sign company and the project couldn't get on the same page about the location.
Okay.
And they proposed it being where the landmark live oak tree is.
Oh, that'd be a problem.
I just think that as a board, we'd like to be more efficient with people's time, and I'd hate for them to come back another time and then have to come back a
Let me
third time.
pull up the presentation I had it in, because I took it out of this one.
If that's okay with everybody.
We'll be glad to pass feedback on. But that's the reason why it was withdrawn, is they couldn't figure out the right location for it.
That's kind of the simple thing, right?
So you got your building signage
All right,
and your precinct signage.
okay, but they couldn't figure out where to put that sign.
Well, they show it here. We told them the original plan showed it here.
Mhm.
We told them there's a big landmark live oak tree here,
Right,
and then, but they
we don't want your
couldn't
foot.
figure out that they should just move it.
Yeah, but that'd be pretty easy to me.
I would say our standard notes apply to this
I think that Harbor Freight needs to be a channel letter on that cabinet.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
And then the
that-
building sign as well, I think that it needs to be constrained to within those 2 relief lines, possibly 6 inches into those relief lines.
Yeah.
that's a lot.
That's a giant sign.
I know these colors are their colors, like that, but that's a
It's
lot.
actually not.
Well, it's not those
It's
colors.
actually not as big as I was expecting it to be.
Really?
Usually they come in with 60-inch letters on our Harbor.
Really?
I just think constraining it within that frame is really going to help it.
Because,
It's
what did you
still
say,
big.
what did you say about the colors?
So within
The color doesn't look that bad. It's
They
actually.
probably
Oh,
take it
well,
to
I'm sure
the
they
first
never
page.
do on this.
But I mean, then you have the stark white letters and on that red background, and it's just.
Yeah. I mean, it's Harbor Freight. It
It's
stands
hard
out
to
no matter
find
what
that
it is.
expected,
That's
I
their
mean,
thing.
yeah, I mean.
And then, you
It
know,
is back off that road.
yeah, and again, being respectful to those giant brands, the Walmarts, the whatever, they need to have that appearance that they're a massive mart, and that's part of the appeal. But I really think that
Or
there's
their
ways-
trademark
Yeah.
logo.
Can always be.
There you go.
Smaller logo.
Yes, it's smaller.
It can be a logo, but it's small.
Like I said, I think it would take those letters down probably about a 30-inch on the building to get inside those lines.
What's the size currently?
34.
Oh, 30.
34, and the width on the sign itself is 27 and a half, let's call it. Wow. Can you see that building real quick?
So maybe down to 24.
So that center area is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 15. It's probably every bit of 20 feet. That brick area, the inner.
I mean, like I said, what you're asking for is probably going to take 2 feet off of that sign.
Oh, you're talking about the Browns, about 20 feet, you're talking?
The brown's about 20 feet, I
Yeah.
believe.
So,
2 feet off of each side possibly. Could be 6 inches inside the relief line, probably cutting off
Like 18 inches.
38, no, it's more than
22
20.
maybe?
but
There we go.
me personally, I have no problem with the large letters on these big box tenants.
No,
Like I said, it's part
no,
of the appeal.
it's graphic, it works with the architecture.
Sometimes you get the sign too small and it looks worse than having the big sign up there.
Proportionally, it's pretty much correct.
18, 22.
And see,
24,
that
22.
one kind of shows what they proposed to us for that sign area to be.
And that's exactly where I suggested putting it.
So I think you could almost tell them to keep the building sign about the size of that.
You got
Boxes
18,
shown on
4,
the
and 4.
plans.
That's 22. I would say if you keep it to a maximum of 21, giving yourself 6 inches off of each end, you're fine.
Just
That
have
was
one.
24. So
18,
the
44,
brick
right?
is 18, the storefront's 18, you got a 4-foot
18,
panel,
26.
26.
They're
All
gonna
right,
figure this
thank
out.
you.
Have a good one, guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
I'd make it at least, I'd keep it a foot off.
26,
Sorry,
I'm 24,
24.
24 foot max.
Or, once again, just tell them to stay inside that.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah,
there.
stay
inside
Don't
that
you
little
stay
sign
inside
box
those,
for me.
yeah, that works.
That's where the backer's going.
Yeah.
Works for me.
I can
It's-
tell you that contractor ain't gonna make it an inch bigger than what's on the plan.
I think that's the simple rule of thumb right
Fine
there.
with me.
But, yeah, it's 2 lines.
Channel letters on the monument sign.
What's your
keep the sign
dimension of
straight.
that dash line? 22 feet.
Yeah,
Perfectly fine.
yeah, that works out well.
We will pass that.
And the monument sign, that's fine.
Channel letters.
Yeah, channel letters.
Efficiency.
Not where the tree is.
Yeah, not where the tree is, yes. Back to the center.
Oh, they're gonna figure that out themselves, for sure.
Well, I don't know, they couldn't the first time.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Right?
Okay.
Anything else?
Motion to
Leader. Second.
Motion to go home.